Okay, cheers. Bye bye. Hi everybody, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Santi's coming. He's on his way. He's on a Susuki. Yeah, that's right, a Susuki. I'm all excited. Last night was like Christmas Eve, you know, because I got this knife made, and I've seen pictures of it now. But he's on his way. So I just told him I'd meet him here at the Artane Church, and because he'd never found my place, like. Oh, here he is. Ah, so he had to take his helmet off to ring me. All right, dude. Say hello to everybody.
How's it going?
Yeah, Santi's coming on a Suzuki. Oh, I'm delighted.
Anywhere I can park this?
Yeah. Do you want to come into the house and that? Yeah. Have a coffee and stuff.
I don't want to leave it out here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll go inside and we'll have a look at the knife. Okay. Back soon. Bye bye. Okay guys, welcome back. Thanks for watching the big reveal. Here's the knife. Oh.
Yeah, here's a knife that I was that Mark had asked me to make. I had a number of templates that I work from. I can make, you know, any knife to any sort of shape or design that a person wants. But I had a template there. Mark liked the sort of feel of it, so we sort of customise it exactly to what Mark wanted, you know what I mean? Because I use different materials depending on what the customer wants. He wanted a nice pale handle and scales, and the scales we made were from spalted beech, so they turned out nice, you know, real. I got a, you know, about 2,000 grit on that, so it's really smooth. The bolsters here, as you can see, the lovely smooth profile around where your finger would be.
Yeah.
So the finger guard is very smooth. It's not edgy, right? And that's made of 316 stainless steel. Okay, so you know it'll protect from any it'll protect, you know, the knife from any oxidation, and it's not gonna rust. Okay. The blade itself is made of 01 tool steel, and we got it to a sort of decent polish. We put a Scandi grind on this, okay. I was gonna go with a conventional bevel, like, but I just, you know.
A Scandi grind an angle.
Yeah, it's just it goes from, you know, a certain level up the blade down to nothing, okay.
Right.
Highly polished. The more highly that you will polish the actual cutting surface, like even if there's no sort of marks on it, like, you know, to the naked eye.
Yeah.
If you were to look at that under, you know, a magnification, you'd see, like, you know, lines from the grinding.
Right.
All of that builds up on its resistance, but the more highly you polish, you give the edge, the less resistance it's gonna meet when cutting.
Okay.
And I found a Scandi grind, you know, really good in that sort of situation. So there's decent weight of it. There's good, because it's sort of bulbous at the end. It gives sort of good forward weight, but it's not ridiculous. Your hand is not dropping with the weight.
It's very sharp.
And it's fair. Would you agree? It's sort of fairly balanced.
Yeah, it's lovely. It feels lovely.
It feels natural. It's not dropping forward or anything like that.
And when I'm battening down with that, geez, I won't need me axe with that.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be hitting that with the back of an axe now. I'd just use,
use
wooden battens. Like,
yeah. But I mean, I won't actually need me axe if I'm carrying that.
Yeah.
That's every bit as sharp as the axe.
Oh, well, and sharper, you know.
Yeah. So I love the finish.
But it's like
stainless steel.
Stainless steel pins, 316 stainless steel pins, 316 bolsters.
Right.
A little brass ferrule.
And I love what you did with the holster.
And the thing is that the leather sheet is, I cut it out and obviously I dyed it, and then I coated it with beeswax inside and out. Coat beeswax, let it dry a bit, another coat, about 3 or 4 coats of beeswax, and then the same on the outside. and then just sort of polish it. Like, and it's like everything else. If it's not maintained, they won't stand up.
Do you know what?
We have a look and see. You want to do a sort of hair test?
You're
I'm a little bit more
hairier
hairier than you, so
right.
maybe, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but right, we'll go like that, right? So try and bring it a bit closer to the camera.
Okay.
Hair is blowing away,
Wow.
so it's...
Wow.
Now that's not the single test of, you know, the quality or the sort of resistance of a good blade, but it's an indicator that it's sharp.
Right, okay.
But then, I mean, will that maintain the edge?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. How do I look after it?
Right.
The best way.
That system that I follow for hardening 01 tool steel to get maximum hardness out of it.
Yeah.
You know, I done it over a few times, made a few mistakes, didn't get it exactly the way I wanted.
Yeah.
So I had a sample and I hardened, depending, like I got a couple of pointers from other knife makers that were using 01 tool steel and, you know, building on what they had already done. I don't want to try to say that I developed myself because I didn't.
Right.
I just build on what other knife makers done. Then I tried it myself. I had a top quality oven. I did even heat kiln. In the university where I done my engineering degree, I used our Rockwell testing machine on the couple of samples that had hardened and tempered, and I got the desired Rockwell hardness. I got like 58 Rockwell. So 58 Rockwell C is decent hardness for that material, and that will, you know, guarantee edge retention. You know, but you got to look at it's like everything else. You got to look after your blade.
Well, all tool will go blunt. Everything.
Yeah, and it'll need.
So put oil on it or Vaseline.
Yeah, well, what I do if I'm not once I'm using it out in the field, then I'm gonna clean it, remove all moisture from it. Yeah. And just, you know, rub it with a little bit of alcohol, something like that, just to remove any crap off it. And just a little bit of olive oil, but like, you know, rub it, you know, with a little bit of olive oil on the blade.
Olive oil is good,
or it's just a smear of Vaseline on the surface.
Okay.
Put it back in the sheet, put it away for months.
Yeah.
And it'll be,
so you can put it back in the sheet if there's Vaseline or oil on it.
Yeah, but just because the thing is, it's coated with beeswax inside now. But I wouldn't be putting like sort of like automotive oils or that like WD-40 if I'm putting it into the sheet, because that stuff can sometimes leach through the leather.
Oh, WD-40 or olive oil.
Olive oil, just a little smear of olive oil.
Right. Okay.
You don't put it in dripping of olive oil.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But and just because it's very, 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 very sharp. So just when you're putting it back in, just be careful. Keep, you know, where the cutouts for the fire steel, right? Just keep that to the back of the leather.
Yeah.
And just as you're putting it in, you know, just a little bit of a wiggle. And that's it. And that's nice and snug. It's not going to fall out, okay?
Okay.
And it's totally waterproof inside and out, the leather is, but you got to maintain the leather every couple of months. Little rub of beeswax over it, rub it into it, polish it. It'll last forever.
I can't wait to get her out.
And then just put a bit of linseed oil
start using it
periodically on the wooden scales, and then just, you know, look after the blade itself, and you'll have a tool that'll last your lifetime. Right.
It brings me to this. Can you pass me over the bag, please? I lost my sheath for the axe, and it cost like 20 quid, and I mean the axe was only 50, you know. But I'd like to get one made, because this is my axe. I don't need any other axe after this.
What is the make of the axe?
It's a Hultiver's.
Oh yeah.
It's the one you sharpened.
Oh right, that's the one I sharpened. Yeah.
Now I've been out. God.
And how did it work after sharpened it?
6 strip. Oh, amazing. Yeah. It was cutting like butter.
Yeah.
Now I gave it a little sharpen with a stone. You know, the stone's about this length. So I just gave her a little top up there last week, but I was using it for about 6 trips, you know.
You know, it's good to have a sort of selection of stones like for the field, so that you can work out in the field. You use a slightly rougher stone, obviously, to remove material, to profile your edge, and then you'll just use the
smoother one
consecutively smoother stones to hone your edge.
Okay.
And then, you know, stropping it on the leather, rubbing off newspaper, and then other people use like a piece of ceramic. If you know anyone that's a welder or anything like that, use a TIG cup, bit of ceramic, rub the ceramic off it.
Really,
and that'll really give it this finest edge you'll get.
Excellent. So can you make me a sheet for that?
Yeah,
leather
I mean,
sheet
obviously,
plate,
like,
and a cover to cover the face.
yeah, I mean, obviously, like, you know, I can't just magic it out in there. I have to
no.
make templates.
Yeah.
Like anytime I make a knife, I make a template for the leather sheet,
Well-
and then I keep that template if I have to make
Well,
it again.
that's the halter for 600 gram head.
Yep.
Yeah, 600 gram head. They have like 6, 8, 900 gram heads, and then they change. But you'll have to take that axe with you, will you?
Yeah,
that's
to
grand.
make a template. Yeah.
Sure, I won't need it. I won't need it. I'll borrow George's if
Yeah,
I do need an axe.
I love
but-
the Swedish
yeah.
axes. Like
they're great.
the Hulter Brooks.
Hand-forged.
My brother has Hulter Brooks. I have
Yeah.
the Grants Force Brooks.
Yes, they're German, are they?
No, they're Swedish.
They're Swedish as well.
Grants
Yeah.
Force, yeah.
It's the best kind of steel, isn't it?
Oh, it's Swedish, like
Hand-forged.
old school Swedish manufacturing.
Yeah,
It's just it's second to none, like, you know.
Oh, okay, so a sheet to cover the face, and I even noticed that because the last one, they fall off these things eventually. But
Yeah.
I noticed a few little dents in it. You know, when you're chopping and it comes down.
It happens.
through
I mean,
it.
it's
Yeah, absolutely.
tools wear and tear, so it's
Yeah.
a good thing to even. You know, I mean,
cover it.
you could have bound that in leather, but I mean, you wrapped it with paracord. That's going to protect it.
It'll protect
and that's going to protect it, like, from impact there.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, any little type of little sort of ding, you can smooth that out with a little bit of sandpaper, smooth it out and polish
Well, I
it back.
put another coat of linseed on it.
I mean, that's
just
what, you know.
recently. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's
Great
beautiful.
feel off it.
Beautiful.
So,
These
like-
are, I mean, once you maintain these tools, they'll last you forever, like.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Well, I'll be able to sharpen that up now. Will you then make it? You'll take that with you then, and
Yeah.
you make the leather part here and the leather part here.
Well, it's all one part, like,
Yeah.
and it slips over it, like.
Oh, the sheeting,
Yeah.
but this part, aren't they not two separate pieces?
Oh, you want something
Yeah,
made for this as well?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
well,
to
no,
replace
we-
that.
Yeah, we could do that.
A leather one. It's maybe in the same kind of style as you've done this one.
Yeah, we could do something with it.
I'll show you a design I see, and I mean, do you know, I was playing around with doing it myself, but you're a master craftsman. What the fuck am I trying to do it for? Like,
Yeah.
you know, because by the time I buy all the tools and the materials and all, sure, I'm as well getting
Yeah,
you to do it,
yeah.
who does it and who's professional. So, yeah, that's my axe. I'm going to keep it. So, yeah, it will protect it with a leather thing wrapped, you know, a string here,
Yeah.
or whatever way. And I'll send you a cool design I see. It's about there, and then I just had a loop around it and a clip, you
Yeah.
know, one of those clip buttons. Like, can you put them in? Can you? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
course,
sort
yeah.
something out, yeah.
Okay. Well, look, guys. There's the knife. I can't wait to get out into the field and use it.
And if you're looking for that yourself, you
Yeah,
can just
give 'em a shout.
I have a Facebook page and I have an Instagram page, Joseph Stein's Custom Knives. So I'm sure when Mark is editing the video, he'll put the link in.
I'll put your
to my
link in,
page,
mate.
and
I'll put your link in.
We'll have no problem. Then you'll be able to view my knives. Let's have a little look.
I am absolutely delighted with this.
Just it's very careful because it's very sharp. It can cut into the leather, like, you know what I mean. So
Jesus, yeah.
just be very, very careful, as you can
It's
see.
sharp enough to cut out through that. It is,
Oh,
yeah.
well, without question. Like, so
Fucking
just
hell.
as you're putting it in, just nice and easy, and there's a little wiggle.
A little wiggle. And you know what, I'm going to look after it, and it's a tool, but it's also a very dangerous weapon.
Oh, it
so
is.
I'm going to be always careful
In
with it.
inexperienced hands or in the wrong hands,
Yeah.
you know, you could do serious damage with it.
Do you know
But in the hands of responsible people, because that's who I make these functional tools for.
Yeah.
Because that's what a knife is. A knife is a tool, just like a
tool,
hammer,
yeah.
just like a hatchet, just like a spanner.
Yeah.
These tools in the right hands, you know, make life easier.
Yeah. Well, listen, mate, thanks very much.
No problem at all.
Sorry.
No problem
Thanks
at all.
very much. I'm delighted
Yeah.
with it. And do you know, I'm going to order another one off you I think I'll be ordering one every year for the next 4 or 5 years. A neck
Keep it
one,
coming.
you know, a little neck
with
one.
a little lanyard
Yeah,
there.
and I love the deer skinning ones
Oh,
as
the
well.
little deer skinning one, they've been a big hit,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm going out with Paddy deer hunting when
deadly.
season opens. I
Yeah.
was meant to be with him last year, but we couldn't
Yeah.
sync up, you know. But yeah, so I'm just going to start collecting and get maybe one every year for me
no
me
problem,
birthday
yeah.
or something. Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Jesus,
I'll make some
as much
excuse
as you
to
want.
get it. Yeah. Okay, so thanks very
Brilliant.
much. And guys, thanks for watching.
See you again,
Hope
see
you
ya.
all enjoyed. Ciao for now. Bye.